calling our forces. These ancient ruins contain incredible technologies. But the Imperials are trying to drive us out and seize the ruins for themselves.
The ruins contain a powerful security system, which is charged by 2 energy pylons nearby. But be careful. Every time the pylons are activated and synchronized, they fire off a powerful explosive discharge.
What is up, YouTube? This is 3rd Battalion. I am exactly half of 8-bit co-op. Or 3rd or something. I don't know. My math sucks. Anyways, I'm going to do a little bit of PvP commentary today and bump my gums for a little bit. I am having a lot of fun playing Star Wars. We beta tested this game for about 9 months. And then, after it launched, we played for about 2 months before we stopped. And then we came back for the Rise of the Hutt Cartel. We played it for about a month after that. And then we stopped again. And I hadn't looked at this game since then. Or, you know, looked at anything about this game since then. And I'm glad I did. I saw something come up about the class changes, and anytime something like that comes up in a game, I always get interested because I'm like, okay, what I liked about the game were the classes, and anything that changes the way they play and makes the experience feel new, I'm gonna be immediately interested in. So, at any rate, we're here to talk about some Hypergate. When I PvP, I am a team player. I want to win. Okay, if you saw right at the beginning, I hopped down, I went straight for the pylon, captured the pylon, came over here, got busy with this dude, you know, we finished him off, and then I grabbed the little energy cube here, and I take it back. When I go out to play these, I don't go out to get high score, like, oh, I got the most damage, or I got the most healing, or most killing blows, or the most metal. So, you know, it happens sometimes. When it does, it's cool. If it doesn't, I don't care. I don't care to be the top of the boards. I know people focus on that. Oh, you know, if I am on the top of the boards, I'm doing something. I've seen people smash, I mean, come in with millions of damage or millions of healing and be on a losing team. Guess what? You lost. Who cares? You know, you do that, you be a team player, and you win, and you do something useful for your team, you score points, or, you know, you help further your team along, that's impressive. Just because you got the most kills or the most damage, that has never impressed me. I will never be impressed by that. When I vote for people, I normally vote for my wife, because I go in playing, unless somebody does really, really well, I see somebody else playing like a team player. There's been times where me and my wife both voted for someone because we saw them, and there was a trooper in one of the Huttball matches that this dude was on point. He was just amazing, and he was like a level 17, 18, you know? Dude was amazing, and I scored twice, he scored the other 3 times, and me and my wife both voted for this guy because he just played that well, you know? And he did some pretty phenomenal damage. That impressed me. That is going to get my vote. That is how you PvP. If you want to PvP and get the most kills, go do arena stuff. Don't come out and do this, because you're just going to, you know, it's irritating to me. At any rate, the match before this, I really wish I had recorded. I came in and we were losing. And I came in, there was, I think, 1 minute and 8 seconds left, or something like that. What I ended up doing was, I jumped down on their side and I ran back, and I noticed that they were fighting towards the middle, so I ran behind where the pylon is, and I just stood there. And I was waiting, there was a guy there, there was a stealther there, and I waited till it got about 15 seconds. Well, he ran off towards the mid, and I jumped out, and I ninja'd that last pylon, and we end up winning because I played smart. And that guy left before, you know, it takes 8 seconds or something like that. And so you'll see throughout the match where I'll turn and look, and I'll keep watching the pylon and keep, you know, because I don't want anybody to do what I did the last match. But that was awesome. I think, you know, I'll toot my own horn. That was a brilliant strategical move on my part to go in there and wait. This is a guy here. You see, after I score, I didn't bother chasing him. I'll go here, I'll drop off this little energy cube, and then I'll chill out here because Marauders do have stealth, and I didn't want him coming back and ninjaing the pylon because everybody, you know, I seen him run up there, but I didn't follow him, so I don't know what he was going to do. I go over here and I do a little bit of damage to some guys over here, but I turn around and I'm like, okay, that guy, he didn't, nobody killed him. He ran off. So I turn around right there, you know, and look, and I'm looking back at that pylon. I'm like, okay, you know what? We got 50-something seconds left. We're doing good. Let me go back and chill out by this here, and just in case that guy decides to stealth up and come over here and try to ninja this pylon. And again, you know, a lot of people, oh, I don't want to wait and be on defense, sit over here by the pylon because I don't get to score, or not score. I don't get any points or any kills, and you know, my numbers don't look good at the end of the match. I don't care about numbers. The only number I care about is in the win-loss bracket. So I sit here for a little bit and I'm waiting, and I'll wait out some people. I'll wait till I know it takes 8 seconds to cap the node. I'll wait till it drops to 8 seconds, you know, 8-7 seconds. If I don't see anybody, then I'll leave. I won't leave until the timer is down far enough to where if somebody did try to do a last minute ninja, they're not going to be able to cap it. Like right here, you know, I waited to I felt as long as I should. I figured there was some shit amount of time for me to get back here. And when I left, nobody was capping, and there wouldn't have been anywhere for people to cap that node for the explosion node. But here, you know, I'm finding that I'm not sure if I do it much in this game, but I start to use Forcequake a lot more now than I did before, just because of the proc it gives you. And I am noticing people clump up a lot more than they used to. I remember when I played before, I took it off my main hotbar and I put it over here on one of the sidebars where it was one I had to click on because it was something I rarely used. I didn't use it much for PvE, and I really didn't use it for PvP. I come in here and, you know, I do a heal on that guy, and again, you know, my first thing to do, my first inclination was to throw a heal on that guy so that, you know, he had a little bit of extra juice before I started attacking this guy over here. Came over here, I was gonna throw a heal on that guy. I clicked on him, I threw my hot, and then I was like, okay, he's not gonna be able to survive. And I ended up still healing him because we had another guy come in. I didn't expect to get support, so I got a little support. But you saw, I could have came in and I could have just started throwing damage around. But granted, I'm not a healer, but it would have been more beneficial to keep that guy alive than it would have been for me to come in and start throwing damage and force rocks and all kinds of debris everywhere. You know, you see here now, I can tell when a guy is gonna go down, and there's no point in wasting the heals. That guy, he was clearly on his way down. There was what, 4 of them in here. I know I'm going down here, so I figured if I'm going down, if I know the situation is dire, I'm not gonna go ahead and try to throw heals or anything. I will throw out that little bit of burst damage if I can and try to win, try to take somebody down. You see here, I tried to do what I did the last match. I was like, I did it last match. I might be able to do it this time. Let me go over here and peek and see how many guys are there. I came over here and I was like, I'm going to go over here and try it anyways. And it doesn't work out for me. It didn't work out this match because there's just too many people in there. They're on point. And I was like, well, you know, the timer is getting pretty close to the match being over, and I figured if we can get this pylon, we'll win. You know, this will give us enough to win. But as you see, there was more people over here than I originally had saw. So yeah, it didn't. I put up a good fight though. At least I thought I did. I tried to. So I don't know. I ran like a little girl there. But at any rate, yeah, PvP. This game is getting a lot more fun. I mean, when I first started playing, I had fun, I had a blast, and of course, I tried to get in there, I forgot this thing is shot. So like a retard, I just ran and stood in front of the wall and died. Anyway, I'm having a lot of fun playing this, especially with my wife, with Shaylin. it's just been a blast playing again, and I like it because this is one of the games that we would do like some of the 4-man heroic content, just the two of us and our companions, and you know, the point where we got so good at it, we would purposely go to ones where we knew we were like underpowered and try to do them, and not all of them worked out. Some of them did though, but we wanted to just test ourselves, just challenge ourselves, and you know, it's fun because we're doing it again. And for all the faults this game has some of the most challenging content. You can make it some of the most challenging content. Let me put it that way. You can make some of the most challenging content by doing stuff like it. Knowing that I'm gonna do this 2-man with just my companion, knowing that you aren't geared. This is really test your character here, and test your play skills. But just like PvP, if you go in and games nowadays, they hand you gear. You're handed stuff. You know, the biggest culprit is World of Warcraft. I'm not knocking World of Warcraft. We're playing that again, and I'm having a blast with that. But getting gear in that game is stupid easy. It's stupid easy to get gear in that. It's just you play long enough, you're gonna get gear. You don't really even gotta try. This game, you gotta work a little bit for your gear. The changes in 3.0 though, some of them I like, some of them I think were good, some of them like Sorks and Sages we're kind of OP. I'm not gonna lie, we're kind of OP, and I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having a blast with it. But yeah, we're kind of OP. I'm not even gonna try to front on that. We have a lot of instant cast abilities now that proc off of other abilities that do a lot of damage. And we have, if we use this, it'll make this crit every time. You know, plus we got our bubble. So yeah, it's Sage is really a powerhouse class now. One thing I do not like, I just hate that they did, was the hammer shots from the trooper. Now you have 2 different shots. And okay, the hammer shot and the trooper, when you click on one of your PCs, it would heal him, and it would do the tick. It would tick 3 times. Now it just ticks once. And I don't like that. As you see here, look, I was a team player. I went out to get points, and still got the highest damage. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you next time.